And a happy Wednesday night to you. Welcome from Pittsburgh, California for Runs Hits Aaron, the pregame show for the Pittsburgh Diamonds. And the Pittsburgh Diamonds are maybe not just the hottest team in the Pacific Association. They might be the hottest team in the Bay Area. The A's lost today. The A's are so hot, it's hard to even compare yourself to the A's. But the Diamonds are 8-2 over the last 10 games. They have climbed into third place all alone by themselves. I hate to say you predicted that. You didn't predict it, but you said, hey, team, this is what's possible. Let's go do it. And they're doing it.
Well, I felt it's what we were capable of, and, how I saw the team trending at that point. But, we made some really good moves that have panned out and helped this team the last month. It looks like it's, going to continue the right way. We got to still play some ball, but, we're playing really well right now. And despite losing two of our top pitchers, Jordan Brink and Sean Johnson. But, these guys are swinging really good bats right now. Everybody's doing the job that they're supposed to do. We need to just keep playing this way and hopefully give ourselves a chance to, obviously get into the playoffs, which is where we're looking right now, where we're at. And, when it comes down to it, continue what we've done and make it happen in the playoffs.
It's an interesting thing to think about. I mean, all of this is all mental. It's very hard to actually discuss and come up with concrete answers. But what is the difference about playing the baseball with the kind of momentum, confidence, et cetera, that is provided by your recent history?
Well, baseball is all about confidence. When you're feeling good, everything seems to happen, in your favor. The calls seem to go your way. And, just waking up every day knowing that you're more confident than you were, when you weren't going good. And hitting is contagious. Not only is hitting contagious because the other pitcher may be struggling or, when guys are on base, the infielders have to play closer to the bag, so there's more holes to hit through. Everything in baseball, leads to another thing. And when guys are hot, and, I think with us, obviously we got Quitzer who had been playing and playing every day. And that's one of the reasons we went after him as opposed to giving somebody else a shot. Is we knew he was playing every day and came in hot. Lashley, it took him 2 to 3 weeks to get to where he is right now. Even Carranza has been a slow progression to where he's finally got his legs under him and he's swinging, a power bat. He's been great all year, but now he's starting to drive the ball. Smith has been great. All these guys have been playing really well, and our pitching staff is coming around well. Barnesi's no longer this guy who's just getting back into baseball. Now he's been in it for a while, and he's doing the things he can. So everything's hitting on all cylinders right now, and when you have a lot of good players who are finally where they need to be, good things are happening.
As a manager, does it change your role? What do you say to the team? How did you change the lineup? When what kind of things do you do to try to keep it alive?
You just, as a manager, you pretty much you write the lineup, and you make your pitching changes. Every now and then I call a hit and run or a bunt or a steal, but for the most part, as a manager, you're just trying not to lose the game, because the players are the ones that win the game. Every now and then you make a good call on a bunt or a hit and run, and obviously there's the managing of the bullpen that you have to do, and that correlates to winning a ball game. But other than that, you let those guys go out there and play and swing the bats, and you just try to not mess it up. And obviously these guys have been taking care of the business, and they've been the ones that have been, hitting the ball, extra base hits, the home runs. I mean, we're hitting home runs now, which was what we didn't do in the beginning of the season. I think it has a lot to do with our success, and just the overall power production we're getting from our lineup right now is big.
That's an easy answer to what is the most dramatic change. The home run production of the Diamonds is startling, different from the beginning of the season to now. I guess there just is no explanation except because these aren't necessarily. There are a couple, 1 or 2 players that are new, but most of these guys are the same players they're hitting the ball out of the park when before it used to die at the fence. And I don't know if you have it.
Well, it's a little bit hotter. You know what I mean? The wind seems to be blowing out. These guys are just they're getting better, I mean, you look at Valera. Valera was almost a whole year without playing. So, he's now finally getting to where he needs to be. And, that makes a lot. And Bracamonte's never been an everyday player. Now he's playing every day. Carranza just getting back, and obviously Lashley getting to where he is, and Quitzer. And so a lot of these guys, they've been capable of it, but, when you play a 3-month season, that's very short. I mean, I know very many major league guys that didn't get hot until, mid-May or April, late April, mid-May, or even June. Had 2 cold months. So, Adam LaRoche was one of those guys. He didn't get hot till June, and it was a tough 2 first months. So that stuff happens, and you should continue to get better. Your eyes should continue to get better. Your timing should continue to get better, and a lot of that is what's going on right now.
So Corey McDonald on the mound tonight. He has gotten better over the season. He started out, sometimes had some shaky starts, but has really been solid recently. And so I assume that's something you feel confident in.
I mean, absolutely. And this team he's playing tonight's given him some problems earlier in the year, but Corey's different than what he was earlier in the year. So hopefully he can attack the zone, keep the ball down, and our infielders make plays for him. For him, it's keeping away from the 3 or 4 hits in an inning, and keeping the ball down. When you do get a couple guys on, you continue to get that ground ball. There's going to be some ground ball hits against Corey because he's a sinker ball guy. We feel we got one of the best infields we could put out there today for him. And, if the ball's hit at the infielders, we're going to do real well today. If they find their holes, he's going to have to make that big pitch to get that double play ball when we need it, and hopefully that's what happens.
So how about as a final, we got 2.5 weeks left, not even that much. I mean, it's really 2 weeks from Friday, the last regular season games. How about an Aaron Miles World Series ring day? Tell you, as an inspiration.
Well, I want nothing more than to bring a championship for these guys that have been here, especially some of the guys that have been here for the long haul and been here numerous years, like McDonald, and Garcia, and definitely for Karam Shah, who's been putting his sweat and tears into this thing for a long time, and me as well in this league. So it's all in front of us. Obviously, with the playoff structure, you gotta show up for those 2 days and play your best. But I feel we're as strong as anybody right now, and we're gonna be there. And so we just need to continue to play the way we do and go in and do it those last 2 days.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck tonight. And that's all you do is good luck tonight, one day at a time. We will be back for the start of tonight's game between the Sanderfeld Pacifics and these Pittsburgh Diamonds right after this.